We are moving into processing, which is a free coding application that is also used for creative coding. And what I'm doing here is telling processing to create a data viz based off my spreadsheet. And I believe this code is from a digital artist named Hadil, but I just altered it to fit my data set. So I'll show you guys what it looks like. So basically I have bars that represent mood and sleep, and I'll go into that in a little bit. So starting off in Excel or Google Sheets, whatever, I have 3 columns: mood, sleep, date, and I rate these out of I believe, let's see, out of 8, yep. So I rate these out of 8, 8 being the best and 0 being the worst. So I'll rate, what is my mood level, how many hours of sleep did I get the night before, what is the date recorded. Now I take this file and download it as a CSV, and here it is on my desktop. But now I need to have this file imported into the sketch files in processing, so that I can read the data and then export that graphic. What you do is up at the top, sketch, add file, and then you would select it, but it's already in there, so I can show a sketch folder, and here it is. And then here's an exported version. Let me just move that to trash right now. Yeah, now my CSV is being read by processing, and I'll give you guys kind of a quick tour on how this works. Setting up some of the variables and integers in here at the top. You don't need to worry about that. We do have a color code for like the rating system in the background, but now we get to the setup, and this is like in P5 function statement. So I'm setting up the size and then begin record. So when I run this, it will record a PDF called DataViz PDF, and here it is. Background is equal to background color, which is referenced here. There is a font call out, but I ended up commenting out the font or the date because I thought it was not working for me. It was a little too messy, and I'll show you what I commented out. Oops. Date. Oop, here it is. So it would have the dates here, but I don't really like that, so I'm just commenting that out. Making sure that I commented out the right portions. Okay, cool. Okay, so that just sets up, the typeface and what size. If you were to include the text. Now we're loading the table, the CSV file, and you'll ask it to run a header, which this would be your header, so your names of your variables. And there's going to be 3, so I'm setting up 3 rows. And then here for the table, I want to create integers based on, or variables that can be read from the CSV file. So integer mood equals, get integer from mood, and that would be from the header. So it's it does look a little bit more complicated than it is, but essentially it's just processing is asking the CSV file what is mood, so we can reference it later on to tell the graphic what to do based on mood level. I have one for sleep, and then going down, this is the important part. So right now what I have set up is if my mood level is greater than or equal to 8, fill the rectangle with top. And top is referenced up here in the color. So top would be green, yellow, and then like a orangey color. So if mood is less than 8 and mood is equal to or greater than 5, so between 8 and 5, do mid, between 5 and 0, do low. If 0, fill it with background color. All of my moods should be filled in, so that's not going to be the case. But then we have sleep, greater than or equal to 8. I have, I should back up a little bit. So the mood sets the color of the rectangles being generated, and the sleep will set the length of the rectangle, meaning if I get more sleep, then the rectangle will be longer. If I get less sleep, it will be shorter. So if sleep is greater or equal to 8, have the cell width of the rectangle times or multiplied by 0.95, so it's 95% of the margin. If it is the middle, 0.75, so it's 75%, 50%, 25%. And so these, I'm just setting up, like you can set up as many as you want, but I just have these 4 kind of tiers where it's top, mid, low, and bottom. And then here, this is the comment, or the code for telling it to insert the dates above the bars. And now we have, basically finished. So what we can do is, let's just preview this really quick. So this exports as a PDF. I can take this into Illustrator and I can expand it and give it a title, give it maybe a key so it's readable. This is like totally not an accurate log. This was just kind of me playing around with numbers. But essentially you're reading this as, if it's yellow, my mood was mid, red, my mood was low, and green, my mood was high, with the longer bars meaning that I got more sleep, and then the shorter bars meaning I got less sleep. So pretty, should be pretty simple and to understand, I hope. But unlike P5, where in the console you can just have your sketch files, you have to kind of go up and add file, show your folder. So all your stuff will be kept here in like a processing, in the processing folder on your computer. So yeah, I hope that all makes sense. So thanks.